Mr. Shad Khan, owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This video, my friend, goes out to you. It's an apology video. Because, my friend, I owe you an apology. You know, you have been the owner of this franchise since 2012, when good old Wayne Weaver passed the torch off to you. You didn't know what you were doing. You bought an NFL franchise, and it just so happened to be my beloved Jacksonville Jaguar franchise. What did you do with it at first? Well, you promised that you were going to keep the team in Jacksonville, and you've done that. You've had a lot of games in London since then, but they are still called the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they still do play at least 7 games a year in the city of Jacksonville. So you kept your promise there. And then you gave us swimming pools. Yay, swimming pools. And you gave us video boards, and you gave us all the aesthetically pleasing things. However, the one thing that you have failed to give us, and I know I'm being harsh, but this is an apology video. The thing that you have failed to give us fans is a winning product on the field. You are the quickest owner to accumulate 100 losses in NFL history. And you achieved that last season. But here's where it gets good. I think you took it to heart, man. I think you heard the noise. I think you have finally reached a point where it bothers you. Because I have always said about you, and I'll admit it, I'll say it. I have always said about you that you did not care about this team. You don't care. You don't even really know what football is. You care more about your soccer team. You don't care. However, as of this moment in time, really as of January of this year, you do care. Mr. Khan, you do care. And you have shown me that you care. You have shown every fan of this football team that you do indeed care, and that you want change, and that you are doing everything. My personal opinion, you are doing the best imaginable thing to bring change to this organization. I believe you sabotaged last season. Sneaky. I believe that you, Mr. Khan, sabotaged last season. I think you knew the cap direction this team was heading in. I think you knew Doug Marrone and David Caldwell were a couple of morons. So I think you went to them and said, hey, I'll give you guys another year, but you're going to clean up your mess. And I want the most cap in the NFL next offseason. So David Caldwell said, okay, anyone that's worth anything, especially on defense, see ya. Out the door. That's what happened. What was the result of that? 1-15 football team. And you figured, well, it's during a pandemic. We're not going to hardly make any money anyway. There's no fans in the stands. Why not? Get him out of here, right? Urban Meyer recently, on this past Saturday, had an interview during the draft with Daniel Jeremiah where he stated that it was Shad Khan that came to him. Shad Khan came to him and said, I want Trevor Lawrence. You did that, Mr. Khan. You did that. You had that vision in mind. You said, I want Trevor Lawrence. I want that number 1 overall pick. I want to have a horrible, miserable year so that I can redo all the wrongs that I've done for this franchise. And I want us to suffer for 16 weeks so that we can thrive for 16 years. Quote that. That was beautiful. That touched me right there. You did that, Mr. Khan. You did that. Instead of bringing in some coordinator that had never been a head coach before, Robert Saleh, Eric Bieniemy, anyone else that was available, the Bills dude that everyone was talking about, the Bills OC, you went and got one of the best college coaches, if not the best college coach of all time. You went and got a guy who is going to culturally, fundamentally change the losing nature of this organization. You did the best thing possible. You did the best thing possible. And I just want to thank you. Told you this was an apology and a thank you video. I'm sorry, Mr. Khan. Okay? Read my lips. I'm sorry, Mr. Khan, that I talked so much crap about you and said unspeakable things about you that I can't say on YouTube. I'm sorry, and thank you that you are finally, after 10, 11 years, righting your wrongs. And I'm just so happy. Thank you, Mr. Khan. And I hope if you watch this video that you're just as touched by it as I was touched making this video. And I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic Duval day.